From Dukestick, Shettleston to here in the community centre, full boxing match going on. Before this small crowd, there are two boxers who were invited to compete for Team Scotland at the Commonwealth Games and did with distinction. Stephen Levell and Kieran Smith. Break, 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 break. Now, Kieran, tell me, what are you, yes or no?
I'm still pretty undecided, but I'm leaning more towards yes than no at the moment.
Well, what will lean you? Hang on a minute. You didn't do that for the boxing. Let's just keep it clean. Now, what would make you fall into the actual yes?
I think it's just got a lot more ambition about it just now, whereas the no campaign's kind of just... It's making it for like the same Scotland it's always been, whereas yes got a lot more ambition for a lot more positives about it. OK, so Stephen?
I'm a no voter. No
voter?
Yes.
And why?
Well, I've not really been convinced on the yes campaign, really, and I think we'll be much stronger together, and I don't see any problem just now, so why fix something that's not broken?
There we are, two strapping lads here, Commonwealth Games and the rest of it. Let's go to the older generation. What about you, ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, and why?
Well, I think it's more beneficial to us, then we'll vote for it.
And you're not worried about your pensions or anything like that?
I don't think so, no.
No? You, sir?
The younger ones, I think.
Well,
sorry, ma'am.
In 1967, Winnie Ewing won at Hamilton. She said afterwards, "Stop the world, we want to get on." We've been waiting another 47 years, and I hope it comes now.
No, I'm voting no.
You're doing what, then?
No.
Yeah, and why?
Well, I was brought up with Labour all my life, so I've stuck to it.
Some of the old Labour have gone and defected, haven't they?
That's the same with the other side, I know.
Is it? Is it? Of course, Frank, you are a Labour councillor.
That's correct, yeah.
You have not defected?
Surprisingly not.
No. Why are you so solidly no?
Well, I've always argued that we should have a Home Rule Parliament. In fact, I was very committed all my political life towards the Scottish Parliament, and we continue in powers. And I think the case being put by Yes Scotland hasn't been prosecuted, and as the Boxer said, we really don't have enough of the information that should have been addressed by now.
But what about the no campaign? I mean, don't you feel that they've left it a bit late to start making pledges, like our friend in the bar said? I mean, why leave it till 2 days before the vote?
The pledges that were made, the track record actually is that I remember Alex Salmond in 1994 saying about Labour that we couldn't deliver a pizza, never mind a parliament. Well, we delivered the parliament. I wonder who took the pizza. So the important thing to remember is that we've got a track record on that. There are a number of risks involved in this proposal, and I just don't think Scotland have demonstrated any real way to address this.
Jean Freeman, Women for Independence.
Indeed.
Why?
Because I believe that it's right that the decisions about Scotland are taken by people who live in Scotland. And I'm part of the 42% and rising of Labour supporters moving to yes. And, you know, I disagree with Frank. It wasn't Labour that delivered a Scottish Parliament. It was the people of Scotland who delivered a Scottish Parliament because that's what they voted for. And the real advantage of the referendum campaign is that it is full of ordinary people, not politicians spouting lines and following party rules, but ordinary people deciding this is the future we want.
Jean, thank you. Let's see, you boys, do you know what on earth's going on? What's going on? What's all this about? Do you know?
Independence.
Independence. And how old are you?
5.
5. Do you know what's going on? You do. Do you know what's going on?
Yeah.
Good boys. I wanted to see, where's my favourite person here? Let's talk to Mum, because you've got the next generation in your arms. Where are you? Yes or no?
Yes.
And why?
Because I don't believe that they should be spending all the money in Trident, and they should be spending more for children.
What about you? Are you yes or no?
I'm undecided.
Undecided. Very interesting. But you haven't got very long to make up your mind, have you?
No, not long, but...
What could swing you? Could anybody say anything here that would make all the difference?
I'm still just reading as much as I can, and I'll make a decision based on
OK. And you?
I'm a definite 100% yes, because Scotland needs to be freedom. We need to be Scotland, and we're Scottish, no English.
Well, let me talk to a few more no's. You, I know, because you're a businessman. I mean, you're self-employed.
I'm a self-employed businessman, and if you want me to be totally honest, I'm worried to death about the decision. I've been self-employed all my life, and I'm not to any political party. I just work hard, work with my hands all my life, and if I'm going to be honest with you, I'm speaking for the No campaign, but at the same time I'm worried for these people, because if it doesn't fit, we're all in this together. And if it doesn't fit, we could end up like Greece, having to borrow money, and we could be in a right mess. And well, it's all right thinking so, right? But I've done business all my life, and it doesn't matter whether you've got £100, 100 million, 1,000 million. You must make it fit. And if it doesn't fit, we'll be in big trouble.
Now, here's a guy very much involved in a practical life every day. I know many of you are too. But isn't yes a very emotional condition? Isn't this all about emotion, more heart over brain?
It could be, but in the same context, you've got to think about the bigger picture in the country, as in that situation.
What is that situation? Mum's wet nappy agony?
She can't
What's that all
afford
about?
to pay for her nappies because she's in a...
But what makes you think that, that an independent... Why will an independent Scotland make that any better?
Well, we've got more money coming in, whereas the money doesn't go to Trident, and hopefully there'll be more oil coming into the country. We've got whisky industry, we've got finance. It should be able to do something.
The distribution of wealth will be much more fair in an independent Scotland.
You've seen a bit of life. Are you really, really persuaded by all this? Yes.
Totally.
Why?
Because I'm a Scottish woman, and my father was in an organisation called Home Rule. And I was brought up like that with my two brothers. And when I went to university, I read politics and history. And I just feel, and I've made one or two quickly, can I just say? Yes. I'm voting for my country, which has taken a leading part in the world in road building, engineering, shipbuilding, electronics, education, medicine, literature, poetry, politics.
But what would you say? What would you say if I said to you, I'm English? I love you. You're part of me.
My relatives on my mother's side are English, and I love them, and I love the people of England. I've got nothing against the people of England.
And that won't change?
It won't change, no.
What about you, sir?
I don't see these young lads go through what I had to go through under Thatcher. I don't want to see that happen to these young boys.
So you see Thatcher as the person who turned you to independence?
And Brown, when they stood outside Downing Street.
And that's about the pits, about jobs, about...
Yeah. Standing together, the two of them outside Downing Street. Maybe a socialist.
And let me just come back down here. I mean, what about you? No? You're voting no?
I am British.
Yeah, and why is that? You're British?
I'm staying British.
Yeah.
I believe in the union.
Tell her why you're British. Why that's the most important thing.
Because I'm born British and I'll die British. My grandfather fought in Second World Wars. My great-grand the First World War. We're joined together. I believe we should stay together.
Thank you all very, very much. What a lovely community. Very, very nice talking to you.